Turn my volume up. Wait, turn my volume up and then I'm going to record it just in case.
Okay, I'm recording it too, so it's all good.
Okay, great, great. Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. How are you? It's my
Fabulous.
pleasure to actually talk to you live.
Yeah, I feel really good. Okay, so I have my thing set up. I wanted to make sure I could get so you could see
What
it.
I want to see is I want to see the actual foot plate. I
Yeah,
want to be able to see your
I
feet.
know.
What
I
are you
just
doing
got
today?
right there.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, what are
Okay.
you doing today?
Pull.
Cool. Okay,
Let me put my gloves on because I don't want calluses on my hands.
I know, I know, I know. Most women don't want calluses on their hands. Perfectly fine.
I've had them all my life from gymnastics, trapeze, things like that, and I'm done.
You're done with
Yeah.
that? Okay,
It's good to see you. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it.
not a problem.
And is that the right angle of the plate?
Yeah, I would. Which way are you gonna be facing?
The window.
The window? Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
okay?
I'll be able to see how your back, how you're holding yourself.
Okay, so if I was here, if I'm doing it, like
Okay. And what's your issue mainly with the? What do you feel is an issue with the deadlift?
maybe I go too fast, so I need to slow down. Also, I just
How
want
tall are you?
huh?
How tall are you?
5, 5, and
A
7.
half. Okay.
5, 5,
I
and
don't have,
7,
doesn't have to
8.
be precise. 5'5" is good.
Oh, 5, 5, and
5'5"
7, 8.
on a
Because
quarter.
I grew last year.
Oh,
It's weird.
really? Okay.
I grew this much, so I'm 5, 5, 7, 8. I'm almost 5, 6.
When can I grow? I want to still grow, but I haven't grown.
Yeah, it's a mental thing.
Oh, it's a mental thing. I'm gonna start mentally see if I can stretch myself up.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got my hair cut yesterday, and the girl said that my hair grew 4.5 inches in 3 months.
Wow.
And so
Oh, you know what? No matter how much mental, if I take off my wig, my hair won't grow. Okay, right now. I tried the mental to grow my hair. It hasn't grown, but I just buy a wig, so it's all good.
you're hilarious. Okay, so yeah, and I want to make sure that where my hips are and where my head are the right
Okay.
thing. Okay.
I would. What size band is that? The actual length, is that a 41-inch band?
It's the second white band that came out.
The new Power Force band?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. The thinner ones, the real thin ones. Okay.
Yeah.
I would do you feel that you're getting good range, or do you want to do a loop around it?
I don't
Let me
think
see,
I could
let me see where it starts. Get on there and let's see where it
loop
starts.
that. Yeah, I don't think I could loop that one because
Because what?
it's a little that would be twice as hard, and I haven't gotten to 40 yet.
Okay.
But I could do a shorter one.
You could loop it once on one side, but let's start it like this. Let's look at it.
Are you saying loop it to the bar?
To the hook, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant double it more.
No.
Because that would be really okay. Yeah. So let me see.
Luckily, they seem to be a little shorter, so the tension starts a little lower.
Yeah. Is that how's that?
Yeah. Now you see where look. I'm gonna show you now what you're doing.
Okay.
As soon as you're starting, you're doing this. And then this was the bar, right? You're doing. So you can see.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're trying to do this. You see this
Okay.
position where my knees are like this?
Uh-huh.
You need to come here and pull your back tight. So you first start out, you grab the bar.
Uh-huh.
Everybody grabs the bar above their toes. You want that bar to be stuck here, like in the midline of your feet. Pull yourself tight and pull yourself up a bit. Once you already have tension, don't be here, right, where you're stretching your hamstrings. Then squeeze into the floor and go straight up. Come back straight down. Don't do this. Don't do your knees forward.
Thank you.
That's a spot. So your knees don't come forward. Keep your knees back.
Right.
And your hamstrings stretched out.
Okay.
Okay?
Super fun already. So then I'm gonna loop it. How do you loop it? I loop it a different way. On just maybe that. Okay.
I'll show you how to loop it. Look. Another thing. That way you learn how to loop real quick. All you do is do this. Let's say you're doubling the band. So you go like this.
Right.
Now band, right? On the bottom. You always grab the bottom one, the bottom side, and just go out. And then if you want it to be even, you grab the other side and you also do it out. Then you grab both and you put them together. Now the band's looped.
Nice.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And it'll give you more range. But the Power Force bands appear to be a little shorter anyways. So
Yeah.
it'll give you a little more range than the normal ones.
Yeah, they give better range for my
Yeah.
5.5 and 7/8.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But at this rate, in like 3 or 4 years, you're gonna be 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Okay. You see the band? Try to push the band further back so it's more in the middle. The band itself. Yep. You want it to be in between your legs like that. All right.
Okay.
Now, tighten your upper back and get tight. Tighten your upper back and pull up a bit, but don't go all the way up. Just pull up a bit. Feel the tension in your legs.
Yeah.
Now squeeze and push the floor away and just go up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze into the floor. Right there. Push up, and squeeze. Go all the way through. Go, push your hips through.
Like this?
Yeah. Squeeze through. Squeeze tight. Oh, you see your hamstrings working. I'll tell you that. Because you are lean, so you could see them. Push the floor away. Push the floor away. Like thrust your hips forward.
This way.
Yeah.
And then when you say push it, do you want me to go faster?
No, yeah, a little faster. What I want you to control is the way down. A lot. Like control. Right back up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel like you're pushing the plate away from the bar through your heels.
Yeah, I'm putting my toes up.
Boy, you could see your hamstrings working. I'll tell you that.
Good. And my pinky.
Now you're what?
My pinky.
You're kinky.
For my lats.
You're doing good. Whatever you're saying, I don't speak Californian, so.
For my latissimus dorsi.
Oh, okay. Your lats. Okay. Wow. You're doing good squeezing. I'll tell you that. Okay, now start letting it go lower. Below your knees, a little lower, lower, let it stretch. Push into the floor away, push the floor away. You're not gonna come up as high eventually.
I lose tension down there too far.
Yeah. See how you're letting your knees go forward? Remember, it's a hinge, not your knees forward. Hinge back, hit your butt back right there. Good. Wow, you have a lot of stamina. You could tell from your years of dancing or gymnastics, because you're maintaining your upper back. Now, the next time, what I want you to do is I want you to rotate your elbows in more.
What do you mean?
So that your lats even stay tighter. So, like when you grab the bar, you go like this, where you physically feel like you're doing this, right? Obviously, you cannot turn the bar, but you turn your lats in, like there. You see, and you feel your lats get tight.
Yeah, there.
Okay. Feel your lats get tight, and it'll keep you more tight. And the tighter you stay in deadlift, the more effective reps you're gonna get, because you're not losing tension. You're not bleeding out the energy. You want the energy to stay tight.
Right. And so my hand, basically, if the bar is right here, my fingers are going
they're thinking of turning this way and they're thinking of turning this way. Like if you're making the bar into a U. So
Right.
you're turning your lats tight. You feel
Right.
the lats get tight.
I can feel
Yeah.
my lats, but they're tiny.
This is okay. But you still feel them. They're still there.
I can feel them. Yeah, I can feel them. Okay. All right.
So now bent row, what do you do it with?
I do with this yellow.
Man, you have every kind of band in the world. Nice.
Yeah. Everybody would give me
That looks like a designer band. I don't know.
quantum.
Apparently only movie stars have the yellow band. I have no idea where you got that from, but it looks cool. Whatever it is, it goes good with your what are those? I forgot what they're your flowers there. the purple ones.
Wait,
The orchideas, right?
What?
Those are orchideas, right?
No, orchideas.
Orchids? Okay.
Orchideas. Yeah, and this one I'm always not quite sure. I used to race rowboating racing, but this feels so different to me, you know. So okay, and you think I should loop it?
No, no. In this case, I wouldn't loop it.
Okay.
How do you do it? Do you do it overhand or underhand?
Over.
Okay, so if you do it overhand, you tend to be much more. You would tend to be when you do it underhand, right?
Yeah.
You could be more here like this. When you do it overhand, you're gonna be more tabletop, right? But the key is to stay tight and pull. When you pull overhand, the bar is not gonna come as low to the stomach. Usually when you pull this way, you're gonna bring the bar as low as possible because of the angle the elbows are moving. If you're pulling like this, you can't go like, it's very hard to do because when you do it, you end up rotating rather than actually. So here, your elbows flare out a bit and they pull a little higher. So you'll probably end up a little bit higher in the ab where the bar would touch.
Right.
While the underhand, you would end up down here. The overhand, you end up here, depending on everyone's different limb length, but it'll be hard for you to pull here because you're gonna force your shoulder to have to like do a weird to pull it here. So you end up flaring out and then pulling so you're almost doing this. Right?
Yeah, but I don't move my shoulders. I keep them. I don't move. I won't move my shoulders. So do you suggest the underhand then?
Whichever way you want, whatever you're used to. What you're saying is that the bar is going to end up a little higher on overhand than underhand. On underhand, because of the angle that you're pulling, you're able to pull that bar lower into the abs because when you're like this, when you pull, it's just natural that you're going to pull lower.
Right.
If you're here, it's really unnatural to pull it this way.
I see. And right. Okay. And the lower is good because.
Well, it's just, I'm just saying that it's a different bar path for however you grab it.
Right.
Right. So
is there a reason to go lower, like in general? Like
okay, usually people have less problem pulling it underhand because you're less tabletop. When you're more tabletop, right? Because the overhand keeps you more tabletop.
Yeah.
A lot of people that don't have good back stability have a problem in this position rather than this position.
Right. Okay. I think I'm pretty strong in my back.
Okay.
I'll try it if you think
you could, then you could do yours. You could come doing yours. That's fine.
Okay, but if you, yeah, if it
see something, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Thank you. This is so fun. Thanks so much, Maykell.
No problem.
Love it.
All we need is your dancing around and cartwheels and all that. That's what we need.
Ready? You told me not to. Okay, so it's like this, right? And then a little more.
Pull yourself up a bit. Now, don't go all the way down. Right there. Now, pull it slower. Pull, and squeeze at the top. There you go. Squeeze, and squeeze it at the top.
Oh, so hold it.
Yeah. Squeeze and get a nice squeeze in there. Let it go down. Now get another one. Try not to have your hands like this. Like this.
Right.
Try to be straight with your wrists.
You're right.
So
Sorry.
you're pulling outward. Ooh, good, good. I see the tension. I'll show you when you finish what I mean.
I know what you mean. You mean have good posture in my wrists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now they appear to be like flipping back on you.
Yeah.
And you notice how you're standing up rather than actually bent over. Right there's where you want to be, right there. This one will work on it next time more, right? Because your height, your stance, your form, you're really high. And if you're really high, then you're better off with the underhand. Right?
By really high, you mean standing up more as opposed
Yes, you're
to
standing up more. You
like I
are
started. So I started standing up more,
you are here, right? You are basically here when overhand is here. See how it's almost like deadlift. Look how my ass is back. I'm here. I bring like this. Like this. You see how tabletop I am? The other position up here, that's more here.
right. Okay. So then, okay.
You want to be up high, I would do underhand. You want to be here, that if underhand, you gotta try to maintain this position here, not the overhand, and also avoid this. This is what you're doing. When I tell you that, you see how my wrist, you're doing this?
Yeah, I
It's like,
saw that.
weird. You want to be, when you're pulling, you pull out when you're overhand, out and then back.
Oh, with the
Out,
elbows
back,
out, you mean?
this with your wrist, because that'll hurt your wrist.
Yeah, with the elbows out, you mean? Is that what you mean?
Well, that's the thing. Overhand makes you have your elbows out a bit, and then you bring them in. Out a bit, and then so it's almost like doing this.
Okay, let me just do it with just the bar because I think I can't do more,
Okay.
and just see how it, just that bar. And
Almost do it. It's like doing
it's like doing what?
this. So you're like there, now flare out and then bring them in. No, but see, then turn them in. At the top, you turn them in.
Oh.
There you go. It's almost, look, you let me show you something. I don't know if you've done when you do if you do an Arnold press, or even the shoulder press, look where my elbows, the shoulder press should be here. And when you go, the elbow rotates and then goes up, comes back down. Here, you're doing basically this, when you're overhand. So bring him in, and then it's just the natural movement of the shoulder doing it. Because if not, you're forced to stay too tight.
I see.
The overhand, it'll hurt your wrist depending on how wide that bar is. The problem is, depending on how wide the bar is, where you grab it, whether the movement you want or else you're torquing your hands. That's the whole.
And you never should torque your hands.
No, don't torque your hands. Don't do that.
Okay.
So now curls.
Yeah, curls. I use that same yellow band. And
Okay. Do you do drag curls or do you do strict bicep curls? What do you do?
I think I do drag curls.
You think you do drag curls? Okay. All right. That's it.
I think I watched you on a video doing drag curls.
Well, I do many crazy things, so it depends what you watched. Depends what you watched.
We'll see. Let's see.
Now, you could actually do a drag curl because you have a very flat abs, so you're able to do drag curls.
Okay, so.
Right. Keep your elbows back. Yep. Right there. Perfect. Pull them back even more, the elbows. Pull. At the back, really pull them. And then at the top, you see that, look, at the top, when you get up here, you do this, don't do this. Just bring them as tight as, and pull your elbows back. Don't do any turn of the wrist.
Right, okay.
Perfect control. Pull your elbows back more. The more you pull them back, the more you'll feel their pain. in the bicep. See how you're moving them forward? You're trying to keep your elbows forward.
Okay. So I should do, okay.
Good. Man, my daughter will love your view. She will sit there, be writing and writing and writing, or reading and reading.
It's so nice. That's why I write a lot of books here.
Good, good. You see where we're at right now? This is where you want to start.
Got it. Yeah, I just know that's great.
We're at the point where you want to start.
Thank you.
Good. Can you handle the white band? Is this more than the white band that you just got or less?
A little less.
Okay. I would next time use the white band.
Okay.
Nice. Good. Yeah, you definitely could use the white band.
Oh, excuse me. Ow.
It's okay.
Thing is, my biceps grow a lot.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't feel
And you don't want to have big biceps.
I don't
I
want
know.
to be as
It
feminine.
makes perfect sense.
I mean, I want to be feminine. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes,
I don't
that's
do
the whole
the-
idea.
I don't do the, what do you call it? Calf raises, because everything
All
I
the
do,
calf raises?
I don't do them. Everything I do is calf, and they're too strong already compared
Yeah,
to
I
the
see.
rest of my
You got
body.
big calves for being thin. You could see that you have very shapely calves. So there's not a
Yeah, so I
yeah. So
don't.
then you don't need it. It's as simple as listen. There's certain you don't need it. Simple as that.
Everything I do, dancing, handstands,
Yeah.
cartwheels, everything's pointing your toes. I saw, and then walking. Okay, this was
Walking.
great. I'd love to do
This is awesome.
I'd love to do this one again, so I get the dead.
Yes, we'll do it a couple of times so we start getting. So you get once you get it down, you'll know what to do, and then you just reach out to me whenever you need. Am I doing? Because sometimes what happens is we do good form until we change the tension, and then a higher tension changes our form, and we're not sure exactly what that's supposed to do.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Because tension affects your form. It all looks pretty when you can handle it. It all breaks down once you can. So the key is maintaining your form even with high tension.
Okay,
Or even in failure, maintaining that form, and that takes practice.
I love it.
Okay? You did
Yeah,
great.
muchas
Awesome. That
gracias.
was awesome, okay?
No, eres muy simpático y muy inteligencia. Muchas gracias.
Ooh, it's even cooler in Spanish.
Muchas
Gracias.
gracias. Okay,
Okay.
besitos. Ciao.
Bye. Bye.